Imagine standing at the edge of the world. The wind tears through you at 40 miles per hour, carrying ice that cuts like glass. The temperature has dropped to minus 50 degrees. So cold that your breath freezes before it leaves your lips. So cold that exposed skin dies within minutes. There is no shelter here, no warmth, no mercy. This is the Arctic tundra, and everything about it is designed to kill. Yet somewhere in this white infinity, a heartbeat persists. Small, quiet, unbreakable. She is the Arctic fox, and this is her kingdom. She emerges from the snow like a phantom. Her white fur so perfectly matched to the landscape that she seems to materialize from nothing. For a moment, she is still, obsidian eyes scanning the frozen horizon, ears rotating like satellites, catching sounds that travel miles across the empty tundra. She weighs no more than 8 pounds, smaller than a house cat. Yet she survives where polar bears struggle and wolves fear to linger. How? The answer lies in 400 million years of evolution, compressed into one perfect, impossible creature. Her fur is the densest of any animal on Earth. So thick that she can sleep comfortably on open ice, at temperatures that would kill a human in hours. Beneath her paws, specialized blood vessels create a heat exchange system, so efficient that she loses almost no warmth to the frozen ground. Her small, rounded ears minimize heat loss. Her short muzzle protects her lungs from the brutal air. Every inch of her body is a testament to survival. A living answer to the question, what does it take to thrive in the impossible? But adaptation alone cannot fill an empty stomach. And in the Arctic, hunger is the true predator. She moves now with purpose, crossing the snowfield in a silent trot. Her ears twitch, once, twice, locking onto something beneath the surface. Somewhere under 3 feet of snow, a lemming tunnels through the darkness, unaware that death listens from above. The fox freezes. Her head tilts. And then, in one explosive motion, she leaps 3 feet into the air, arcs downward, and plunges head first into the snow. For a heartbeat, she vanishes completely. Then she emerges, prey clutched in her jaws. In a land where 90% of hunts end in failure, she has mastered an art that borders on magic. But today, the hunt yields little. Lemmings have moved deeper. The birds have fled south. The seal carcasses left by polar bears are picked clean by ravens and wolves. She has not eaten in 4 days. Her ribs are beginning to show beneath her fur. This is the reality of the Arctic. Feast and famine separated by the thinnest of margins. She does not panic. She does not surrender. She simply keeps moving. Because stopping means dying. And she has survived too much to die now. She was born in a den that has sheltered her bloodline for over a century. A labyrinth of tunnels carved into the permafrost by generations of foxes before her. She remembers the warmth of her mother's body, the sound of her siblings breathing in the darkness, the first taste of meat brought by her tireless father. There were 7 pups that spring. By autumn, only 3 remained. The others were taken by cold, by hunger, by the golden eagle that descended without warning one pale morning. She watched her brother disappear into the sky, his cries swallowed by the wind. She learned then what the Arctic teaches all its children. Love fiercely, but hold loosely. Nothing here is permanent. Now she is a mother herself. Deep beneath the snow, 5 pups wait for her return. Blind, helpless, dependent on her warmth and her hunting. She has not slept in days. Every successful catch goes to them. Every failure tightens the knot of fear in her chest. 3 of her pups are strong, growing quickly. 2 are weak, struggling to compete for milk, for warmth, for life. She knows, with the ancient knowing that lives in all mothers, that not all of them will see the summer. But she fights anyway. She hunts anyway. She loves them anyway. This is the paradox of the Arctic fox. She builds her entire existence around family, around life, around hope, in a place that seems to promise only death. She digs dens that will shelter generations she will never meet. She teaches pups skills they will carry long after she is gone. She passes down not just survival, but the will to survive. The stubborn, beautiful refusal to surrender that has kept her kind alive for millennia. The weeks pass. The sun returns, painting the tundra in gold and amber. The snow begins to retreat. Her surviving pups, 4 of them now, the smallest, lost to a late spring storm, emerge from the den for the first time, blinking at a world they have never seen. They tumble over each other, play fighting, discovering the taste of air and the feel of wind. She watches them with something that looks remarkably like joy. By autumn, they will leave her. They will scatter across the tundra, each one carrying a piece of her into the unknown. Some will thrive, some will fall. This is the way of things. This is the only way of things. As the northern lights ignite the sky above her, rivers of emerald and violet flowing through the darkness, she sits motionless on a ridge of ancient ice. The same Aurora watched over her mother and her mother's mother and countless generations stretching back through time. She is one small fox in an endless white world. And yet, in this moment, she is everything. She is proof that life finds a way. She is proof that softness can survive where strength fails. She is proof that in the coldest, cruelest, most beautiful place on earth, hope still breathes. The wind rises. The snow begins to fall, and the ghost of the frozen world disappears into the white, carrying within her the eternal truth of the Arctic. Survival is not about being the strongest. It is about being the one who refuses to stop.